Adam and Charlie whip up an outdoor room from a disused courtyard. Graham tours a garden that, like a fine wine, is only getting better with age. How do you update a room to make it all things to all people?
So it needs to be both professional, but also inviting enough for a family area.
Everyone has that spot around the house. It's just a little bit drab and, well, cluttered like this.
Yeah, and then you start bringing stuff in and dumping it and you forget about it and you end up with this.
Yeah, trip over at pot plants. But this courtyard will suffer this fate no longer, Charlie.
I do like your optimism.
Does that mean we've got to start with the declutter?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at that pile of bricks and wondering if you want to do that and I'll do the rest.
Oh, Charlie.
I'm thinking in this corner, a really nice raised bench for propagating all the succulents and things like that. It's perfect. We've got north here, so it's going to get lots of sunlight. Yep. Really good spot. Something about this high. I'm describing it to you in the hope that you're going to do it.
No, I am listening. I'm taking it in. I'm trying to recover from all those payments.
I'm also thinking we're going to maybe do some paint, because the red brick's pretty horrible.
To break it up, yeah?
Yeah, lovely screen across here with some more hanging plants.
Yep.
And then another bench seat around here. But
jeepers, that's a lot of work, Charlie. And the sun's just come out. I can feel it. It's steaming on my neck.
It's going to take me a while to clean
this.
And then something a bit lower, so sit down here and look at all this loveliness.
Beautiful. Sounds like a plan. So do I have time to finish the coffee, or you want me to start making straight away?
I need you to start making straight away. I know.
Go to it. Get to it.
Well, he wanted to come play with me. Now, when you're pressure washing something, you need to do a couple of things. First, you need to work out where the low point is, because that's where all the water's going to go. And then you start in the high point and push it all in one direction. Now, you want to be quite methodical with this. If you try and rush it, it's never going to turn out as well as if you take your time, just work slowly through the job.
Well, I definitely think my coffee break's over, because Charlie has set me a mammoth task. So I want to keep this simple. To make this workbench or potting bench, I'm using 90 by 90 treated pine. They're going to be our legs, and then just some 90 by 45 for the main frame. But we want to have a lot of storage, so I'm not just going to have the top, I'll have a couple of shelves underneath as well. The first thing I'm going to do is start cutting everything up to size. A good tip when you're doing these checkouts is to put your legs in pairs. So I'll clamp these two together. That way we know we've got a nice line and both checkouts are the same. With the checkout's complete, we can now get on to assembling this frame. For that, I'm just going to pre-drill some holes and then use some bugle screws to attach it together. Now, I'm going to be putting on the top rail and the bottom rail, and then I'll go over everything with some black paint. And for our bench tops, we're going to be cladding it with this beautiful black butt decking board. And to secure it in place, I'm just using these stainless steel screws, and we'll end up with about a 10mm gap in between each board.
So come with it, and I will show you just how good love is. When all this teasing's through, I'm gonna be pleasing you if you want me to.
I'm absolutely loving this design. It is as solid as a rock, and it's going to be perfect for planning up on. Not only that, but you could use it as a workbench, or you can just have extra storage in your garage. But for us, Charlie's asked me to make an L-shaped bench. That means I need to make another 3 of these, so I better get cracking.
I am not going to let Adam do all the work, don't worry about that. I'm actually removing all of these dietes through here, I'm going to lift them up and move them elsewhere in the garden so they don't go to waste. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I want to create a bit of shade for the bench seat that's going down here. Because it's north-facing, it's going to be quite hot. So I'm going to use a backhausia or a lemon-scented myrtle. That's just going to give us a bit of canopy to give us that much-needed shade. All right, next job. Ooh, citrusy. Citriodora. I really love these lemon-scented myrtles. They're a fantastic tree in their own right, but we're actually going to use them almost like a pleached hedge. So you'll have a little bit of stem and then this aerial foliage up here. Now, the fragrance on this leaf is absolutely incredible. And on top of that, you get these lovely flowers as well. In between these, I'm actually using a pennisetum. Now, this is a nice grass. It gets sort of a purpley tinge to the flower heads. I'm just going to intersperse those just to give it a bit more softness. So many houses have got red brick like this, and it really does date a property. And it can just be too expensive to paint the whole house. So if you've got a little courtyard like this, pick out a few walls and give those a lick of paint. It will completely transform the space. I've gone for a colour called Monument. It's going to give us a contemporary look and a really lovely backdrop to our furniture and our planting. Now, if you're good with a spray gun, you could spray this and it'd be done much quicker. But I am incredibly messy when it comes to spray guns. So I'm using a roller, and then I'm using a brush. I'm just going to fill in all of the grout lines. Our drab makeover is certainly coming along nicely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's looking fantastic. It's amazing. A bit of a high pressure on the ground, some paint around the brickwork, but most of all, how good this bench looks.
It is looking nice.
Yeah.
I would like it if we had this one in as well, but we've got to build this screen first, right?
The screen is first. So the first thing we need to do is get these posts up against the brick wall. So I'm going to be doing a checkout in these bricks.
What are you going to use for that? Just like a whoosh.
Well, I was going to ask you to do that. To make this screen, we're just using some 90 by 90 treated pine posts. We'll have 3 of them going across, and then to tie them all together, we'll have another one going across the top, and then, Charlie, you're going to do something magic.
I'm going to put some hooks, screw into the top, and then we can have our hanging plants off those.
Yeah, so it'll be like a nice greenery wall.
Absolutely.
And then the beautiful bench can come through.
Then your second bench can come through.
All right, let's fix it in place.
Right, I'll hold this, you screw. Thank you, chaps.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's time to put the posts, sit it on top and get it in place, hi-ho.
It's a really nice song, Ed.
Thank you. That's teamwork if I've ever seen it.
Perfect teamwork.
All right.
Yeah, nice. Well, how good does this look?
No, that's fantastic. That's worked out really well.
Nice bit of greenery, it softens the courtyard, but you get all these lovely trees in the backdrop as well.
Yes, and you know what I'm excited about?
What?
Now we get to bring in the rest of the workbench.
Propagating bench?
Whatever you said.
Yes. It's a bit easier with a trolley.
Oh, it's great when you've got a dolly on hand.
Ready?
Nice, eh?
Lovely. Gosh, we fit together nicely.
Oh, just like 2 bits of marine ply. Well done.
Well
done. Yeah, and match,
that?
mate. Book match. Book match.
Bookmarking,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what that's called. Now, the homeowners obviously love propagating plants, and succulents are one of the easiest things to do that with. But when you get a bit of an obsession, you start using plastic pots and you leave them alone and they start to look a little bit like this. So they need a bit of a refresh before they go back into our spanking new garden. Now, these plants have got really good root growth on them, but like pruning a plant's leaves, as you prune it, it tends to throw out more leaves. The same happens with roots. So just by snipping them off, we're going to promote more root growth. It's going to establish quicker.
If you wanna fall in love, you gotta throw the dice. But it's just a paper cut.
Now, I'm going to use all these pups in this nice ceramic pot that we've got here. It's already got an aeonium in there, but I'm actually going to cut this off with a sharp knife because they can get a little bit spindly and they're just not going to reshoot from here again, and I can reuse that as well. First thing is I've got to empty this pot out and put some fresh potting mix in it. Now, I can see why these succulents haven't done very well. There's no hole in the pot, which is certain death for one of them. So I need to put a hole in. Now, this is a ceramic pot, so I've got to use a tile bit. I'm using a very small one to start with as a pilot hole. Don't go big straight away because you'll just crack the pot. Moment of truth here. I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. You know, if you bought this in the shops, you'd be looking at least 150 bucks. And the bonus is you can add your own personality to it.
I don't know what you expect from me, what you want me to be.
You couldn't have gotten a bigger one?
Oh, well, I wanted you to build me one, but you took long enough with those, so I figured I'd just go and buy one.
Fair call.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yep.
I'm starting to see a common theme here, Charlie.
What's that?
That you like big things.
Well, the thing with the big umbrella is you get big shade, which is good. It's what we both need right now.
Yeah, it's true.
You can see.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nice cover up.
So that means now
Yeah.
we can sit down
Yeah.
and chillax.
Then we still got a table, a rug, all the pots, all the dressing to do.
So you've got someone to do that?
Yeah. I'm looking at him.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
It's really hot.
We are golden for all to see. We are golden. We are golden. Yes, we are. Keep it from
It's a bit lighter, isn't
A
it?
little bit lighter than that one. What would you know? You didn't help with that one.
No, but it looks like it's really heavy.
That was really heavy.
we are golden.
Not quite how I imagined it, but, you know, you get the picture. That's a forgotten about, drab old courtyard, transformed into not only something that's practical, but somewhere to relax as well.
Mate, it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe the difference. And I am loving these workbenches. I don't want to talk myself up.
You have done a good job there. I do like the screen as well. You know, it gives us a definite ending, but it's nice and open as well, so it doesn't feel claustrophobic.
Yeah, no, it's great.
You can see you iron up those sofas.
Was it
It
that
was really
obvious?
that obvious.
Yeah, okay.
You don't want to do some propagating?
No, I've got to get out this sun. It's killing me.
Magical and enchanting are words that perfectly describe this totally captivating garden. You know, the minute you walk in through the front gate, you can feel the dimension and the animation of a garden in full flight. Welcome to Ewanrigg, a garden that doesn't allow her age to mellow her beauty.
Take you to another place. Wanna hold you till you can't feel no more.
We're only a couple of hours west of Sydney, in the cool, elevated climate of the Blue Mountains, where these beauties here really perform at their best with what's on offer: sunshine, fog, mist, rain, and occasional snow. Maybe not today, but they're just looking fantastic.
They taught 'cause you just never know.
I really wanted to show you this scene because it's the view from the conservatory looking out through this magnificent spring colour with the maples and the rhodos. Now, the rhododendrons, of course, include the big, tall, beautiful Himalayan ones and these fabulous Japanese varieties of azaleas, the kurume azaleas. Now, one of the great things about the kurume azalea, smaller leaves, but it allows the flowers to literally mass right across the top of the plant. The scene is just beautiful. Now, how do you grow? Well, good soil for a start, but you've got to grow trees to create the shade. Here they've got silver birch, a magnificent spruce, and beyond, a fabulous copper beech. So grow your trees, and then the azaleas come in underneath, and the rhodos. And now the mist and the fog is just rolling through the garden. It's quite ethereal. Garden rooms might be an old-fashioned concept, but they work way back then, and they still do. And the reason for that is they create interest. They draw you through into a garden where your vision is closed and then suddenly opens up to a whole new vista. Just like in this little lawn, beautiful lush green lawn area, which is dominated by a couple of 80-plus-year-old trees, a variegated tulip tree and a blue atlas cedar. This is a lovely little enclosed space. When you can create these, you have privacy, and you can sit and relax and just absorb the atmosphere and the lush greenness and colour.
Everywhere I look around, whole world's a settling. Distant strangers in the crowd, I can tell they're settling.
Oh, sorry to interrupt your work, Jessica. How are you?
I'm very well, Graham. How are you?
Good, great. What legacy you're working with here?
I feel so lucky, to be able to maintain the gardens here, and from the ground up, from the soils, the bulbs, the ground covers, right through up to the tree canopy. I walk around and I'm absolutely enchanted.
I noticed through here there's lots of little Japanesey touches.
When I first walked into Ewanrigg, I felt that Japanese kind of energy. I really did. I mean, it's not just about the stone temple, it was about the plantings as well. So there always has been this underlying Japanese, energy to the garden.
Yes.
I really feel the past presence of previous owners.
Isn't that amazing?
It's absolutely magical. And I look up and I go, wow, who's planted this tree 80 or 100 years ago?
Yeah. Isn't it fantastic? In the 21st century, we are now discovering these gardens that women throughout Australia, Victoria in particular, New South Wales, up here in Lure in the Blue Mountains, where women had such an integral, total involvement in the creation of the garden, and successive owners of women.
It is. It's wonderful to feel that, the presence of the female energy as well. It is. Yeah, thank you.
It is. For some reason, it is a very feminine sort of garden. It's a very soft garden, and that's the foliage and the flowers that do that.
Our current owners, Matthew and James, their passion and commitment into maintaining Ewanrigg as it was and into the future is just unsurpassed.
It's a wonderful thing to catch up with the garden that I've known all my life and to see it's in good hands. So thank you.
Thank you, Graham. It's a pleasure, absolute pleasure.
I'll let you get back to your euonymus.
Lovely, thank you.
Gardens like this have fantastic histories, and this ironstone bridge is truly magnificent. As the trees and the vegetation close in and the tulips come up into bloom and the maples crisscross over the waterway, this bridge has stood the test of time. A truly magnificent design and a wonderful inclusion in this garden.
I know that we have something precious in our hands. Keep it safe and make it last. I thought we knew all about love, more like nothing, I doubt that many get it right first time.
Well, if you love this garden as much as I do, you should come and visit. It's always part of the Lure Gardens Festival, so keep an eye out for the opening dates. Well, how about this old lady? Isn't she incredible? It just shows that time hasn't diminished its beauty at all. If anything, it's enhanced it and the garden design that goes with it over the decades. Without a doubt, the old girl's still got it.
of our homes, and especially our spare rooms, have become workhorses of late. They're home offices, they're classrooms for the kids, and they're even hotels for the in-laws. Not to mention a dumping ground. So I'm going to give this room a much needed new identity with a makeover that is both flexible and functional. The owner here needs two distinct functions for this space. The first as a home office, so it needs to be appropriate for client meetings, and also a pretty backdrop for video calls. Secondly, it needs to convert back into a personal space. So it needs to be both professional, but also inviting enough for a family area. And I think we'll start by freshening up the whole room with some paint and colour. I bet if I asked you to choose the perfect colour for your walls, you'd say, yikes, because with so many colours to choose from, that can be a pretty daunting task. Which is why it pays to use a pre-tinted range like this, which has been specially curated to work together perfectly. So for the walls in the room, I'm after a warm neutral, something like, I reckon that one, volcanic ash, looks pretty good. And then you'll remember that beautiful original fireplace. Well, I want something to highlight that. So I think Riverstone. So volcanic ash and Riverstone, I know are going to work perfectly together. That's one, and volcanic ash. Just got to get them back to the room now.
Take a minute, breathe.
Now, I know I said I was going to use colour in here, but actually I'm starting with white, and the reason for that is so that we can get as much light in here as possible. So I'm using a ceiling white, and I'm going to bring that down about 600 mil from the top of the wall. And that will create the effect of a picture rail, whilst also bouncing lots of light around the room. To make sure we get a really crisp line where the two colours meet, I've extended the white down further than it needs to go, and then I'm just going to apply the masking tape on the top of our line so that then when we paint up, we can paint over here and we'll get a really perfect line there.
Don't you wanna be famous? Fast cars and limousines. Don't you wanna be famous?
This colour has a really lovely warmth to it, which will be perfect for our professional look, but also has a really comfortable feel, so for the family room, it'll be great. And the coverage is so good, it is covering the lilac as well as the white. Look at that.
And now we all can see that it's not a dream to wake up in the light.
This is the first time we've seen these colours on the wall next to each other, and you can really see how well they complement each other. The dark colour has really brought out the detail in the chimney breast and fireplace as well.
And we all know what it's like to feel like we gave everything as the moments of our lives slip away. And I just can't decide if I should go another way in this moment of my
I want to move the desk from where it was in the corner over here, but there are no PowerPoints there, and the homeowner will need some for computers and other appliances. That can get very expensive very quickly if we were to put a new PowerPoint in. So instead, I've come up with this solution, which is to run an extension lead from the other side of the room. But instead of running it along the floor, which could be a trip hazard, I'm running it around the architrave here, and I'm just using some cable clips, and over the top, I'm using a timber beading, which will conceal it really nicely.
It's so hard, girl. Watch you move. You're so cool, girl. Eyes on you. You work it systematic.
This carpet has definitely seen better days, so I'm going to replace it with this laminate flooring that actually comes in a chevron pattern, and that harks back to a traditional timber floor, and it will really elevate this room and give it a contemporary feel as well. So I'm going to get rid of this carpet. We've given this tired old spare room a brand new identity as a home office, which will be perfect for Zoom calls and client meetings, whilst also being warm and inviting. The wall colour has been a huge part of the transformation. The floor looks stunning, and now I'm going to create a custom artwork for above the fireplace. I'm using this beautiful fabric which has been screen printed with Australian native flowers on it as the artwork, and this beading is going to be the frame. The first thing I'm going to do is just cut a mitered edge so that it gives it a little bit more detail. The idea with this is that you sandwich the two flat sides together at the top and the bottom of the fabric. So altogether you'll need 4 pieces, and I'm going to use a brown varnish on mine to tie in the desk in the room. Now, I'm using magnetic tape to stick the 2 pieces together, and the beauty of this is that if you're using an original artwork or you have a vintage poster that you don't want to damage, you don't have to put any pins through it. It's also great because you can easily swap out the artwork if you want to change your decor. I'm just attaching some eyelet hooks and some dark chain which will disappear into the wall behind it so that we can attach it to the wall. All that's left to do is just to click it in place like so. And the thing I love about this project is that it's so much cheaper than going to a professional framer. You get such a good result, and all for about $20. Perfect. When you're furnishing a room, it's a really good idea to think about the longevity and use of the piece. These are not only really striking to look at, but they're also really practical. They're going to be great for one-on-one meetings in here, but also when this room converts back into a living space, they're going to be really comfortable and practical for that too. Working out the floor plan in this room has been a little bit tricky because there are actually 3 doors. And I've left this space deliberately open so that there's a nice traffic flow through, and pop the desk over here, which works much better. And by putting that extension lead around this door, we now are able to use all the appliances over here. It's really nice to use pieces that tell a story and have some history about them. This beautiful painted box was here before, and we're going to pop it on here. And doesn't it look gorgeous? Lighting is a really important element when you're designing because it can completely change the feel of a room. And you really want to layer it because that's the way you get the best effect. You start with ambient lighting, which is the overall illumination in the room, and it should be fairly even and consistent. And then you can use task lighting for specific things like reading or writing. So here we've got this beautiful lamp, and we've also got one over at the desk. Our simple monochromatic colour scheme with a few pops of yellow is the perfect chic backdrop for video calls. And the mirror is great because it means you're not staring at a blank wall. Instead, you get the reflection of the gorgeous new decor behind you and also the benefit of the window, which means you feel like you're outside. However, the brief for this room was to give it personality, whilst also retaining a professional workspace with the ability to change it back into a family room again. And we've achieved all this through a really sophisticated yet inviting colour scheme.
You'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who doesn't love the thrill of buying and trying on a new outfit, but whilst people love fashion, the flip side is there's a lot of waste. It's hard to believe that everything in this warehouse in East Sydney would have ended up in the tip. But thanks to one fashion dynamo, that is changing. She's rescuing all of this and more and giving it to the people who need it the most. So Andy, this is your baby. Tell me how Thread Together actually works.
It begins with the trucks pulling up with full of brand new clothes from our fashion brands, which there are about 800 fashion brands donating to us at the moment. Then it comes in, it's put into the crates, it's sorted by age, by gender, product, and then it is stacked up here.
Let the sun keep on shining down. In this moment right here and now. Days like this rarely come.
Once that happens, it goes into our distribution centre and distributed to the charities that we work with.
So are you telling me every single thing that we're seeing in here hasn't ever actually been worn before?
No, it's all brand new. So it's excess stock at the end of a season.
Where you wanna be, I'm yours, you're mine.
So without Thread Together, where would this otherwise end up?
It goes straight to factory to landfill.
Oh my goodness.
But the fashion brands, they want to do the right thing.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just the nature of the business model that you can't guarantee that everything you're producing is going to be sold.
Yeah.
And that's why this is a great solution, that instead of putting it into landfill, we keep it on the planet by dressing people who are going through a tough time.
Yeah.
You know, the homeless, women who have escaped domestic violence, new arrivals to the country.
So this just came in this morning, is that right?
Yep, this is a new arrival. These
Calvin Klein?
Yeah, some jeans from, boxes of jeans from Calvin Klein. Everyone from Bonds, Bendon, David Jones, the iconic. We're very proud of the Australian fashion industry.
Where did it begin for you? Because I know that you were in the fashion industry and have been kind of your whole life, haven't you?
Yeah, yep, since I was 16, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yep, my first job was at sports school. So I've always worked in fashion, and it was 10 years ago we had some towels that had a production issue, and I didn't want to throw them away. And so I drove around the corner to a small charity and asked them if they would like them. When I went in there, I realised that there was food available and there was lawyers and doctors, but the only clothes on offer were old second-hand bras wrapped in old shoes and in a broken box. And I just felt it was really undignified, and I knew we could do better.
Andy's right-hand man and CEO, Anthony, says the pandemic has made operations particularly tough.
We're entirely reliant on volunteers. It's been a very, very challenging last year.
I was going to ask you that because most organisations and farmers, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in, people are really struggling with the workforce. How are you guys going?
It has been more challenging in the last 18 months. We're always looking to grow that network. For as little as $5, we can provide a brand new wardrobe. That's all it takes to provide a fresh start for someone in need.
This is extraordinary. You must love your job every single day.
Absolutely.
So Andy, when you say you actually tailor what goes into the boxes, how do you do that? How do you know what age, what sex, what background the individuals have?
Okay, so we're working with about 700 social service agencies around the country. Then they place their order. Here we can see they want women's long casual dress, women's underpants, so they're very specific about what they need, the age, the gender.
Anthony was saying that $5 sends out one box. So are we talking this size box with all of this stuff in it?
Yes.
And this little handwritten note, is that from you, Sharon?
It is.
Oh, Nat, this is gorgeous, both of you. That's fantastic. Do you have a figure on how many people you would have helped from the start of this?
Yeah, to date it's over 500,000 people.
That's
Men,
extraordinary.
women, children. Just to see people be dignified when they're going through a really tough time. You know, they deserve the best, not the worst.
You won't get that. We just love.
To get clothes out to the community, Thread Together also runs a network of walk-in stores and a fleet of very funky mobile wardrobes.
You gon' get hit back.
So, Kat, you brought the van today to Sydney Multicultural Community Services, which is an amazing organisation that either runs or coordinates all sorts of services for migrants, refugees, the elderly or people with disabilities. What actually happens on a day like this when you bring the van here?
So we're invited into the community. When we turn up, there's all people waiting that are so excited to see what we've actually bought. What do you think?
I love the t-shirt. I think this one is wonderful. I like. Yeah, that's really nice.
I think people are shocked to begin with that the clothes are all brand new.
So nice. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, wow, really nice quality as well.
Where are some of the other places that the vans have taken you?
Down the coast in the fires.
Oh, wow.
We did all the fire relief down there. And we haven't stopped.
And I believe you've got a pretty amazing story to tell too.
So a few years ago now, I was in a situation where I became homeless with my 12-year-old son. I had no clothes. We were pretty much wearing what we had on our back. Thread Together supported me with clothing, gave me back really my self-respect and helped me piece back my life, and also gave me a job as well as the clothing.
Why do you think clothes can make such a difference to how a person feels?
Gives you back your self-dignity and it gives you back your self-respect. When I go home and I reflect on my day, you get that sense of overwhelming happiness that you've actually spent your whole day, every day, supporting people who are in need.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, Adela.
Thank you. Beautiful.
There's no doubt about it. The area around Port Stephens is really beautiful. There are some lovely vistas. But on a day like today, rain coming down, you can't see it for the mist, right? And rain, that's interesting because that happens to be the name of my next patient, a little Lorikeet that's really creating havoc for Alana, Ashton, and the whole family. Good morning.
Hi, Dr. Harry.
You're all smiles, aren't you, the pair of you, eh? Can I come in?
Welcome in.
Have a look at this bed of yours, haven't I? Okay? Let's go. Oh, lovely view, isn't it? Beautiful. Anyhow, tell me what's the problem, young man?
I feel like Rains maybe thinks he's sort of like a bodyguard. That he acts like one. Whenever anyone goes near me, like my mum, when she puts her hand out, they get Rain to step up onto her hand. Rain would bite.
Step up. That's blood.
And no matter where my mum puts her hand near me, Rain will go around to my right shoulder, to my left shoulder, to my right, to my left, my back, front.
And he bites very hard.
So have you got some physical damage you can show me?
I do have a few puncture wounds.
Yes.
And there's always a little bit of follow through when it happens as well. So
Lorikeets have got very sharp beaks and very sharp claws, haven't they?
Yes.
Out of 100%, how much percentage would you spend with Rain over the course of a day?
Well, I would think around 60 or 70%.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you not think that's the reason the bird is more strongly bonded to you than anyone else?
I don't think it's the reason, but I feel like when Rain's on me, he doesn't want to be with anyone else.
Now, hallelujah, how you doing, how you feel? I got something I've been cooking up like fire on the grill. Yeah, there's trouble to get into, you already know the deal. So let's paint the town red.
When we talk about a relationship like you have
Yeah.
with rain, we talk about a thing called imprinting.
Yeah.
Imprinting, it's a very, very close bond. So rain is bonded to you or imprinted to you very, very strongly. So you're number one. We're up there, right? And number two is Mum. She's about here. He's going to fly straight onto you. There he goes. So you're happy to have him flying everywhere, aren't you?
Yeah, we're okay with it as long as we're around here and making sure there's nothing that can fall on him or he will touch that can hurt him.
Peekaboo. Well, now, if you've got a stick like that, right, you're not going to get bitten, OK? Because he should step up onto that. Step up. Step up. Good bird. Up. Step up. Oh, look at that. Hello. Yeah, yeah, hello. Good day. You want to step on with us? No. Hey, good boy. This is your tool for getting him back in the cage when he doesn't want to go back into the cage, OK? This bloke's full of confidence, you know. Come here, bird, get on, you know, let's go, right? Mum's going... Actually, you went like that.
Yeah.
When I watched you, OK? OK? So the problem with that is, right, that's offering the bird a plate of something, right? Very easy to bite that. Not so easy if you do that.
Okay.
OK? How are we going to make Rain want to go to Mum when you're around? That'd be pretty strong sort of, I'd call it bribery, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right? Something Mum gives him that you don't. I love looking at people's fridges. Oh, well, the stuff could be in here. OK, let's look at what we've got in the fridge. Here. I was looking for grapes.
Okay.
But you haven't got any grapes,
No
OK?
grapes.
But you can use sultanas, but in small quantities.
Okay.
You're talking about maybe 4 or 5 a day, that'd be about
Just
it.
as a treat.
Yeah, that's your bribery.
Okay.
That's your bribery. Now, these, you should be able to buy fresh at the moment. Cherries. Because these are designed to be treats. These are designed to get Mum and Rain a bit more like that
Yeah.
and not like that.
Yeah.
Sound all right?
Yeah.
I want to know how you're going.
Good.
OK? Because you know what, the glass say cherries, I love mine. See you later.
Thanks, Dr. Harry.
Ta-da!